What up? What up? What up? It's Ibn Webb, Webb, Quran, and some here. Another official thanks thing going down here. Doing Essex County all day thing here. Terrique Goodman, my era, stars of stars here. Just the exploits, just how Reek just got busy, did his thing here. A pleasure to watch. It wasn't so much of a pleasure playing against him because he put on a show. That's just what he did here. And like I said, he was on my wish list and I was able to get him. So I'm just looking forward. I'm just going to be quiet. We're going to get him on and we just going to get to it. Hold tight. We good, man. Peace, man. Like,
peace, bro. Peace.
Thank you. And I'm going to thank you at the end as well, too. But I just want to say thank you, man. I know trying to flag you down here when I started this whole thing here, man. So like to just have you on here, like I said, I'm delighted. I'm straight up delighted, man. So thank you.
Welcome anytime, man. Anything for you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Everybody good on your end, family? Everybody healthy, holding up, man? I know with all this stuff going, I know it's loosening up, but still, I mean, we still gotta be mindful. Everybody good?
Yeah, everybody good. Everybody great, man. Get ready for my daughter's Sweet 16 party next week.
Yeah, sweet. Ooh. Is it
Sweet 16, yeah, man. Ooh, yeah.
You got a big production going down or what?
This is a party. You know, gotta do this. Wifey about to go find her shoes. I'm like, shoes? what kind of shoes? Flats, right? Some heels? Oh, man.
Yeah. Nah.
We go with this, man.
I know, man. I'm just sitting here listening to all these fathers with daughter stories here. Cause like I said, I just try to take it all in. I told you I got a little 7-year-old little monster running around. So I'm getting ready for all of this.
We'll be there. I got an 8-year-old too. So she'll be coming up right behind us, man.
Okay. Yeah. So I know we chopped a little bit behind the scenes and everything, even before all of this, man. So basically, man, just a walk through your life, man, your journey here, man. So like whatever you want to share, we chop it up, man. Like I said, I know folks is probably gonna be excited to see you, man, because I know I am to have you on here. So with all this, you were born in Newark or you were born somewhere else, or how did you get started?
I was born in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. Where'd you grow up? What part of Newark you grew up in?
Grew up all over the place, man. It started on Lincoln Street. That Lincoln Street is right around the corner from Howard Street. Is the project around the corner from Howard Street. Started there, built 111. My father, family. My mother was from Beacon Street. That's where the new shop is right now. But they didn't demolished all that. So I was from that area, and I went to Goodman Street Annex first.
He's over at the Annex. Now, yeah. You only child, or you have any siblings?
I was the only child in the beginning. I got my little baby brother, Nut, Troy Goodman.
Okay.
I mean, I'm 12 years older than him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's for my mother, and then my father. I got my sister Nicole and Jasmine.
Okay. How was it for you just growing up, man? How would you describe your childhood?
By myself, only thing I had, my best friend was that basketball and football.
Yeah.
Just the sports.
Yeah. Once you got into that pretty early?
My mother was she was a Magic Johnson. She was in love with Magic Johnson. That's why I wear number 30. That's why I wore number 32. Okay. She introduced me to she's turned the game on Channel 2, like Magic playing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I fell in love with the game of basketball.
Nah, good old CBS. Yeah, I know they used to play those games.
But I remember crying when the Houston Rockets, when they threw the pass to Ralph Sampson.
He hit that joint. Yeah.
Like, what? I say he made that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the life of being a Laker fan, man.
Yeah, nah, definitely, man. I know. As far as organized, around what age, if you can remember?
My first organized sport I got into was Pop Warner football.
And some people don't know that, like you was a quarterback.
Yeah, I was the quarterback for the Rhinos, for the Velsville Rhinos. That was back in Ivy Hill Park.
Mm-hmm.
I was the quarterback. I heard y'all sent on one interview say that I was sneaking in touchdowns. Nah, I was running them in, y'all. I thought I was Jamil Holloway at that time for Oklahoma.
Nah, Jamil with the wishbone, yeah.
Yes, sir. That's all we ran. 234 left, 234 right.
Mm-hmm.
That was our only plays.
Could you air it out if you had to?
Yeah, well, we didn't have the receivers like that. Everybody wasn't. That's back when we 11, 12 years old, and 13 years old. We by 8th grade we got a little bit better with the passing, but my coach was a running coach.
So you played QB the whole time you played football?
The whole time. I was a running back playing quarterback.
Okay.
basically.
And back then, like you said, man, it was wishbone, power eye, all that stuff too. So
That's
everybody
it.
was pounding
Left
it
or
out.
right. That's all we were. And we used to lose. We used to lose to Ab Madison and the Oilers in the championship every year.
Oh yeah, because Ab played quarterback, I think too.
Tough. They
Yeah.
was tough.
Yeah.
Ab, Omar Coop,
Mm-hmm.
Kishmar. I can't remember the other names, but they was tough. Sally, them guys. I learned the game. I learned how to be a winner from taking my losses. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, definitely a lot of us, man. And then in regards to basketball, what you started playing,
I started that at 13th Avenue,
okay.
13th Avenue Elementary in Newark in the 7th grade with Mr. Chiavo, Mike Chiavo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And playing with Ab Causey, Cecil Bond from St. Benedict's. God bless the dead. Rest in peace to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That was our backcourt. I was the small forward back then.
Yo,
And I used to take like 2 or 3 shots a game. I wouldn't shoot the ball. He used to be mad to death at me, like, Terrique, shoot the ball. You got to shoot. I didn't shoot.
Yeah.
That confidence didn't come until we played St. Rocco's with D-Rock and Warren Bay and Lil Pop. They came in our gym. I remember that like it was yesterday. They came out playing Lean On Me, ran around our gym.
Yeah.
I was Dean Warren Bay. He gave me 32 that day at 13th Ave. And from that day forward, we was best friends. And I used to always go to St. Rocco's and play with him, his sister, Pop, who else? Perkins from Arts High.
Yeah.
So from that 8th grade year when we lost to them, and then we eventually lost to George Washington Carver in the Newark City League Championship too.
Okay.
Isaac Morgan, Def Boo. I don't know if you remember Def Boo. Vernon, forgot his last name.
Yeah, Isaac. I remember him. I remember
Isaac Morgan went to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So we lost to them 2 years in a row. We lost by 2 the first year, then we lost to them by 1. And our fans was almost about to tip their bus over for them to get on the bus, you know, because we played back in the day at Westside.
Right.
Well, getting out of there with a loss with 13th Avenue. We went to the game. The whole hood was walking behind us on our way to the game. So, you know, that was just the good old days, man.
Nah, most definitely, man. I know you mentioned playing against St. Rocco's, man. You know, they like guard. It's like guard heavy over there too.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I was like, they play like this, but they were just more advanced than me at that time because I didn't start until 7th grade. They had already did the small fry thing,
right?
And they had already been playing. So best thing to do in the summer league was to go. Paul McPleasant had me come over there and play with them. That's how I got better from playing with Warren, D-Rock, Al Watson, Yasin, all those guys.
Yeah. You
playing against them every day in practice.
Oh yeah, you ain't got no choice.
And outside on the slanted hill, that's gonna get your handle, right? You can dribble on St. Rocco's, you can dribble anywhere. So that they shocked everybody because I went from just being a basic player at 13th Avenue in the 8th grade. Then when I went to Westside in the 9th grade year, they was like, Rick, what you playing, JV? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna play JV. Couple of practices in, coach took the ball from the senior, Al Malik, gave it to me and told me I was the starting point guard. I'm like, huh?
Now, Westside, you going to Westside, did you think about going anywhere else before you ended up at Westside?
That was my area. I lived on 18th Street.
Okay.
I lived on South 18th Street with my mom's and my little brother at the time. So that's where I was at.
Yeah.
It was my district. I didn't try to go, no. I knew that D-Rock was going to Union Catholic. Warren Bay was supposed to be going to Essex Catholic. Alan Watson, everybody. I knew everybody was in their roots to go to Catholic school.
Okay.
Me, right then and there, I just said, I'm going right here to Westside. That was my home.
Nah, so you get there, like you just started talking about, though. They give you the keys eventually, like as far as, I mean, how'd you, back then,
straight from the door.
Yeah. I mean, how'd that feel, man? Because you figure you got some seniors probably looking at you a little sideways, maybe. I mean,
well, I was in the backcourt with Joe. I don't know if you know left-handed Joe. He's usually a speaker sometime in Brunswick Park.
Okay.
Me and him was in the backcourt. He was the senior, and I was like his little brother. He took me under his wing. He was my shooting guard. I think he was the one that went to the coach like, nah, Rick playing with me in the backcourt.
Okay. How was y'all that year? You remember?
Yeah, we took some lumps, man. Them 40-point losses to Shabazz with Al Ray Blackman. Yeah. You know, I remember I tell everybody this story. The first time we played Shabazz, all I used to hear about was Al Ray Blackman and Reggie Collins. So Joe took Reggie Collins And then I was trying to be slick. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go take the little dude easy. What? The first play of the game, they called like 1-4. He's cleared it out. Boop, 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 boop. Like, oh, who was this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like, okay, let's go. But that was a great game, that first game at Westside.
Nah, but being a freshman, being out there, you pay your dues, man.
Yeah, I had to pay my dues. I either had to be him or Alray.
Yeah.
And every time he got the ball, he just cleared it out on me.
Yeah, pick your poison, right?
Pick your poison. And next thing you know, it's 80 to 40 something. I'm like, whoa. That's what Shabazz was Shabazz.
Yes. Yeah. So
Lou Grimsley, even after the game, I was hurt. I probably had like 24 that game. After the game, Lou Grimsley took me like, little bro, you tough. You know what I mean? As a season, we played him again down there at Shabazz. Lost to him by 30. I had 31. Lou was like, yo, you coming to Shabazz. Somewhere or another, Lou Grimsley and my father knew each other.
Okay.
I was set up to transfer to Shabazz at the end of the year. But somewhere or another, we played North Tech, and Coach Gary seen me, and he took my mother's number down, and he called my mom's, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Shabazz the whole summer. I was like, you're not going to Shabazz, because I had cousins down there. My cousin Rasul, I told you about, James Clemens.
Nah, I know Rasul, rest in peace. I know Rasul.
So, you know what I mean? So that was just that fact of it. I just wound up going to North Tech. And when I transferred, Westside said something about it, and I had to sit out the first 15 games.
Now, did you want to leave Westside, or did you want to leave?
At the time, because I didn't have nobody with them. Velsburg and Westside hadn't connected yet. Okay. I left to go to North Tech. That's when Westside and Velsburg connected.
Okay.
And I told you I was that my childhood friend Dwayne Kennedy Buddha. I wish I would have stayed to play with him. Russell Brogan, T, you know, all the guys that I knew from the area. I wish I would have stayed. Mom was like, no, I wasn't doing my thing. I wasn't doing the right thing in the classroom at Westside.
Okay.
I did enough, like I told you, I did enough to be eligible, see average, okay. But then after basketball season, it just faded away. And this guy like, hold up, you gotta go to summer school before you come down here. So I had to go to summer school that year at Tech, and then I transferred as a sophomore.
So you get down, so you go down to North Tech here. I mean, again,
I went down there, everybody wasn't too happy. The guards wasn't too happy that I was in the building.
Hey, man, what they gonna do? I mean, what they gonna do?
Coming down here to help, but a couple of guys was real cool. My friend Jesse Eatman, Hakeem Saline. I don't know if you know Smurf.
I heard that name before.
Yeah, he was tough. Smurf from Southwest Avenue and 10th Street. Smurf, he was tough.
Yeah. So you get down there playing under Coach Gary, like sophomore. How is it? How is it? I mean, you know,
I knew he was a tough coach.
Yeah.
It was hurtful just that sophomore year, just being able to practice with the team. I mean, I was on the scout team basically, so every time they had practice, I had to play whoever we was playing. I had to be that person for the first 15 games doing practice, going at the starting team. And then by the time I finished my suspension, I came back and I had to play against Westside the first game.
Oh, so you come back, you playing?
I come back the first game, we play against Westside.
Damn, man, how was that?
That was a great game. I was ready for it. Okay. And we wound up losing to Westside. My best friend that lived with me on Brookdale Avenue by my grandmother's house, Deshaun Coakley, he hit the game-winning three-pointer to beat us. Came back, I had a great game against him. I had 32, and we lost by 1.
Yeah. But you get going, man. I mean,
we get going.
Yeah.
And then we lose to Scott in the counties. I told you that's that Keith Roberts element I told you about.
Yeah.
That's why I love him like that, because I'm like, yo, he's a quarterback. I wanted to go at him and beat him, but he always played him and Mr. Tynes. They always had it up here with me.
Yeah. Now playing obviously in the counties there, and Tech being a group 1 back then too, right?
Yeah, group 1.
Okay.
Group 1. Like, that was my sophomore year. We lost it, like I told you, we lost to Scott in the counties. Then that prepared us for the states. We wound up going to lose the state championship to Hattonfield with Matt Maloney, Charlie Watt. Matt Maloney, who played for the Houston Rockets.
And he went to Penn and to the Rockets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I played against him in my sophomore year. We lost to them. Then right after the game, I think the Nike scout, Mike Shasowski, came to me like, what grade are you in, kid?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it shocked him that I was a sophomore.
Mm.
I
Now,
was
did
over there
you?
crying. He like, don't cry, kid. Keep your head up.
Yeah,
You know,
nah. Crazy, man. So what you? I know you mentioned in the summertime, elementary school, you just go down to St. Rocco's, but to get that exposure and all that, man, you
St.
go. You
Rocco's,
wind up
the
playing for
boys
the.
club on Littleton Avenue.
Yeah, yeah.
To go in there every day, I had to play against Eddie Williams, Red Lynn from Barringer every day, and they was like my big bros. To go at them every day, whew,
Yeah,
wasn't gonna do nothing but get better. Then you had to play with all the street cats that was coming in and out of the boys club.
yeah.
So that was automatically was gonna make you tougher.
Mm. Then you make your way downtown here to the North Y, man. How was that for you?
Ooh, AU days.
Yeah.
Yeah, meeting Brian Crawford changed my life. It changed my life.
B changed a lot of people's lives, man.
It had me see the game different. Had me really understand the game. Mr. Gary was trying to teach me the game to run his offense, but I never really liked that offense because I always felt like his offense was geared toward the small forwards, power forwards, and big guys. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm always passing to them. They don't pass the ball. I run the offense, the ball don't come back to me. Once I pass it, I don't get it back. And I always knew that. So eventually I just learned that just from being Brian Crawford and him coming to my games, and he's like, yo, you know that left side, when you call that Ohio right, you know that left side be wide open. Guy like, hold up, run the play. But the left side wide open. I had a left hand, so boom, it's easy to go to the left. And I did that about 5, 6, 7 times a game. After he still cursed me out afterwards, like, why do you didn't run the play? But after a while, like, all right, do your thing.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Now, even with just being down there, man, when you get down there, man, it's the who's who of basketball, man.
You walk up the stairs and you open your eyes, you see Mike Boyd, Al Ray Blackman. That's back when the Shabazz and Orange days was going at it.
Yes.
All the big guys from Sky, okay. Your stuff, you play, and everybody play. And I think the first team I was on down there was with me, Wally Dixon, Lawrence Thomas from Elizabeth. That's back when we was like 13 years old. We was on the same team together.
Yeah, you don't know this, even being down. I remember us, me being a year younger than you, being down there was myself, Brad, like Eddie, Elam, all of us, and we had to like scrimmage you guys because y'all.
Y'all was behind us.
Yeah, y'all used to run.
We was probably the 14-year-olds. Y'all was the 13-year-olds.
Yeah, y'all used to run us up out the gym, man. Yeah, you, Wally, Lawrence, all y'all used to run us up out the gym, Joe. But that's how we got better, though. That's how we got better.
The practices was tough.
Yeah.
Your high school practice was nothing compared to the AAU practice. I
know it did. For us to just chill, and then when you get to the like 17 and under, the older, just sitting there watching them, I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah, every game, like my first time, like I told you, we playing. Well, I don't remember scrimmaging against y'all. Then we're scrimmaging against Mike Boyd and Al Ray. Then I got to go against D-Rock and Lance. Yeah. How you not going to get better playing against that type of competition?
Yeah. Nah, you're right, man.
I tell everybody, D-Rock, when they always ask me, Greek, who's the best point guard in your era? I said, all right, in the city or the Essex County, Keith Roberts. I said, but as far as whole, and I'm in my bracket, I always give him his flowers. D-Rock was that man. He taught me a lot.
Yeah. He's the truth.
We went up against the Travis Besses at AAU. I wasn't even supposed to be on that team, but B would always bring me.
Okay.
Then we're down Temple. It's me, Lance, and D-Rock. We're going against Jason Kidd, Carlos Williamson, Lee Mayberry, everything. That's why I told you that I take that to the heart when people say I don't play defense. I'm like, hold up. I was the Travis Besses, the Jason Kidds. Like, come on.
And
giving them that work, coming right back at him.
Right back at him. And like I mentioned to you, even with that, man, like, just so I put even on camera here, man, we talked behind the scenes about that whole thing. I owe you that apology, man. Like, no. I want to make sure you hear it from me, man. Like, just even apologizing, like, lesson learned. You know what I mean? Like, we got so, like, me and probably a bunch of other people caught up in their exploits on offense. We just overlooked everything. And, you know,
I told you people that from the outside looking in didn't know. Gary told me that, like, you can't be playing defense like the way you play defense on AAU, because if you foul out, what we gonna do? We need you.
Yes.
So he programmed me like, yo, don't be getting in foul trouble. Like, all right, Gary. I wanted to be the Mookie Blaylock trying to get steals. He was always yelling at me, stop reaching.
Okay.
Damn, I could, I could time this guy. I learned that from Mike Boyd at the Y. Like, yo, watch him how he dribble, count his dribbles. Mike Boyd used to teach me and Brother Knight that, like, yo, count their dribbles, time they crossover. And we tried to do it, but in the high school say, Gary's like, no, you're not Mike Boyd.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to learn that.
Nah, and I think even with all that, this isn't even experience. So you coming to the junior year, obviously you light things up, obviously early
junior
on.
Was more feelings. Me and Anthony Caldwell. That's the year we started off 21-0.
Y'all was number one in the county.
One in the county, number 3 in the state. During the Christmas tournament, we had beat Patterson East Side with James Scott. Trenton. It was, we had beat East Orange. Great games. That's back when they had Rodney Bruton and Shea Mel Simpkins.
Yes. I
was scared to death to go against that squad.
Yeah.
I used to always watch Rodney Bruton play in the summer leagues in Elmwood and watch him cross and curl. I'm like, whoa. But I had to play. I had to go. Once you lace them up and you face them on the court, it's different than just hearing their name. Yeah. In that time, a lot of people got scared of certain cats just because of their names.
Of course, but they lace them up, tie your shoes just like you do.
Same way you do. That's right.
Yeah. How magical was that junior year run though? You talk about out the gate. Y'all just do. How was it for you?
Gary gave us a big schedule. Like we stopped playing the North 13th Street Text. We still kept them on the schedule, but he added some more like Group 3 and Group 4 schools. That's the year we beat Snyder with Rakim Burgess and Roy Harrison. To go over there and beat them in that gym.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
They didn't want to let us out of Snyder.
I was about to say how you get out of Jersey City. Yeah.
The police had to escort us out. What? They had to escort us out of that gym that day. It was the good old days. Rakim and Roy, the good friends of mine, man.
Yeah.
Good friends of mine. They wound up coming to play AAU with us.
Okay.
As my junior, senior year. And me and Pooh got real cool. Me and Pooh was out in Kansas in junior college together anyway, before he went to Purdue, Roy Harrison.
That junior year, what was the first, y'all had your first losses to who?
Scott in the counties.
So y'all undefeated.
That's the game I found. That's the game. It was the county, and I wouldn't listen to Gary. I wanted to guard Keith Roberts full court and all that, and getting them tired fouls. Cecil Bonds killing us.
Yeah.
But that's the video that I sent you that somebody had posted on YouTube, and I'm like, out of all the videos they gonna post the one we lost.
Yeah.
But it was all good.
Damn Scott, huh?
Scott, boy. Scott and Greg times, boy.
How'd y'all do that year in the States?
That year we lost to Pat Sullivan and Bogota in the sectionals. Pat Sullivan that with North
Carolina. Yeah.
I remember that game. Like that was my 1,000-point game. And out of all my boys, D-Rock was in the stands with 1,000 points as soon as I hit it. But we lost, so I ain't care nothing about that 1,000 points.
Yeah, was that a close game or they?
It was close to Pat Sullivan. We couldn't do nothing with Pat Sullivan.
Yeah.
And we played at Union. We played in Union that day, and the refs wasn't giving us nothing. We couldn't. We lost about 8-9. It was a tough game. I just couldn't go. That's when you start learning that playing against the city schools and the out of city schools is different. The suburban schools is different. Like I tell you, I give much props to the kid you played with at Macklin.
Dave.
Woo, he was tough.
Nah. You bring that game up, man, and like I said, we was a victim to one of your shows, man. and I know, and it was kind of like, he's like, this ain't personal. So, but yeah, you and Dave.
It wasn't personal. I felt like Ann Hatcher let me down that day. I went to go pick him up. Like, we got Montclair Macklin today. Oh, Ashmu, I'm sick. What you mean you sick? My grandmother said if I don't go to school, I can't play. What? So I knew I was down one of my soldiers.
Yeah.
We got up in that gym and y'all start giving it to us from the door. I'm like, they can't get that.
Yeah.
We was going at each other.
Yeah, in that gym, like just obviously knowing getting you on here, I had to just kind of go down memory lane. I was like, man, you gave the biggest show I've seen in that gym, man. Like I said, you and Dave went at it, and I told
you. What you said, Dave told him I gave him 40-something?
Yeah, because I text Dave, like I said, knowing I was going to have you on, I was like, I guess who I just talked to? I just talked to Terrique, talk about how he he dropped that 40 piece against us. Dave was just like, nah, it was actually 43. He's like, and I know Dave had like 30. Y'all just went at it, man.
Yeah, we're going at it.
Y'all just went at it. And I told you, I know you don't remember that when I talked to you on the phone. I told you just got in that zone. You was going by us just like, woo, woo. You was just
you said that's what it sounded like as I was going by.
Yeah. I was just like, there was nothing we could do, man. It was nothing.
Just an open game, and it was just a great game, and that featured guards like Bigman. I know they was mad because they wasn't getting the ball. It was just guards going back and forth.
Yeah, nah.
In that little box gym, I couldn't make a pass to the big man. Every time I passed to him, he'd go out his hands, go out of bounds. Like, I'm not passing no more. I'm not passing to you no more.
Yeah, but that was just one of many, man. Like that, I know that on that senior year, yours. I mean, you guys, like you said, you had
By the time I got to my senior year, it was my team.
Yeah,
because like I told you, my junior year, I was with Anthony Caldwell. He was more of a point forward type.
Mm-hmm.
And he was getting recruited by Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I knew they wanted him to play a point guard out there. So a lot of times in the games against Scott, guys was like in the county, like, yo, why you letting him dribble the ball? Like, yo, I'm telling my uncle, like, yo, he's going to college to be a point guard, mm-hmm. and he can handle the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I never considered myself to be a point guard. I'm just a guard.
Mm. Nah, and it's interesting though. I mean, I know he was a senior on the team, and he did his thing as well too, man. But the accolades start coming your way too, man. You was first team all county junior year, and I know Keith actually talking to Keith made a good point. He was just like, it was 3 of y'all that were juniors that year. It was him,
me, Keith Roberts, and Ira Bowman,
and Ira here.
Ira, my man right here. You know what I mean? That's the guy right there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what I mean? And like you mentioned, you knew it was your show going into your senior year. I mean, were you thinking about college and all the other stuff too during that time, or what was your back then?
My junior year, I wasn't really thinking about college. You know, the dream was always to go to Syracuse, mm-hmm. Georgia Tech, and be like Kenny Anderson. That was always the dream. You know, my first love was Syracuse with Pearl Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl Washington. So everybody want to go there, but going to a technical school, going to a technical school, you really don't take the language. Like I told you, Digger Phelps came to North Tech my senior year to recruit me. And once he went in office and looked at my transcript,
mm-hmm.
he had to walk right out because I didn't. He said, this kid gonna have to get like an 850, 900 on his SATs to come to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't work out.
Yeah. And I know back then that magic number to even clear was a 700. Yeah.
700. I got a 690 3 times.
Reek, I know all about it, man. I know all about it.
Wasn't going to the SAT schools. I think my last time I took it at Irvington High. Me and Luther right in there. He sleep. I come in there, wake Luke B up. Like, Luke, get up, man. We got to take the test.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking that. I'm telling my uncle, I know I'll pass it this time.
Mm-hmm.
They send that 690 to the house again.
Yeah.
That Rutgers was recruiting me, West Virginia, teams like that. It wasn't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I wound up going to junior college with something like I told you. I was 17 when I graduated high school.
Yes.
I knew like they do now. If I'd have been able to go to a prep school,
mm-hmm.
like I know I could have went to St. Thomas More or whatever, mm-hmm. but I didn't know. Me and my family didn't know nothing about, and the prep school costed money.
Right.
My father, no. You're going to Kansas. Go to junior college in Kansas.
Before we get to JUCO here, you had that one last go around at North Tech, man. Like I know
last year, yeah.
I know you talk about that.
I told you, like ever since I came in the building, and we lost in 2 years in the States. I told Gary when I came in the building, I promise you, I'm gonna get you a state championship before I leave here.
Mm-hmm.
My senior year, I was just possessed on getting him that state championship. Yeah. Like he told me, out of all the games he ever seen me play, the game against South River and Deion Jackson, he said, I don't care all. He said that game was the best game you ever played.
Yeah.
We wound up beating them 67-60. We win the winning state championship, and it was something I'll never forget because my grandmother and grandfather was there. My grandfather was suffering from cancer at the time, and when I got my MVP trophy, I remember, like a lot of my friends say, they remember me going up in the stands, giving an MVP trophy to my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Hold back tears because, like I told you, my grandfather, grandmother, everything, you know.
No, that's real.
Come I think about what they did for me in my life.
Nah, that's real. For you to even acknowledge them, to go up, obviously give them that, pass that trophy to them, just a tiny bit of appreciation for all they've done for you, man. Nah, I'm with you,
My
man.
whole family, my mother, my Uncle Yo, my father, rest in peace. Everybody had a hand in raising me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up in a house with 4 uncles. When I come to my father's house, I got 4 uncles. I go home, my mother got 2 brothers. I got 2 aunts. It was hey man, the Goodmans, and then my father family, the Hargrove family. So I was the first grandchild.
Okay.
On my father's side. So you know how that go.
Oh no, definitely, most definitely, man. And it's crazy. I mean, you talk about being South River there. Now, I know Coach Gary said that was probably the best game that you played. Was it just an all-around thing you did, or you just?
Yeah, just all around.
Yeah.
We was down there at Rutgers, and I knew, I said, hold up, I can't wait for the team to start off. And Hatcher started off quick with us. He was ready. And then once the game got settled, Deion Jackson started going to work.
Yeah.
We couldn't do nothing with him. And I knew I had to take it to another level. So I finished with 33 that game. We won the championship that day.
Yeah.
And that was the best gift I thought I could give Gary. It wasn't about nobody else. It was just about, I know Gary was a good man and we wanted that state championship. And then we eventually lost in the Tournament of Champions to see All Prep with Brev Knight.
Now, how was that game again? Because I mean, that was that year. I know they was undefeated. I mean, but you going against your man, Ira, you got Brev, you got Walt. Yeah,
that game was tough, man. Yeah. It's just the kid that they had on their team that played football. I forgot his name. Me and him we was going for a loose ball, and he dived on top of my head and busted my eye open. But I still wanted to play, but they wouldn't let me go back in the game. They continued the game, and while they was continuing, the doctor was on the side putting stitches in my eye.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, wow.
Yeah, I always say that at 6 minutes that I lost in the fourth quarter, because I didn't come back in the game to probably like 2-3 minutes after he stitched my eye up. And we wound up losing. We lost to them. We lost to Ira and them by 7, I guess. And I always tell them, like, yo, that freak accident didn't happen. The game would have been much closer. We'd have went down to the wire.
Damn, I didn't even know that happened. So you got jail. You had to sit out for.
Yeah, I had to sit out that game. That was a tough game, but we couldn't do nothing with Ira. Waddell was killing us. Walt was killing us. That's when Brad was young. Brad was
a young Brad. He was sophomore. Yeah,
it was nothing you could do to him. I already knew Brad was a quarterback. Brad and Keith Roberts, they was your traditional Chris Paul point guard in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So nothing I could do to him to rattle him. I just wanted to, every time if they miss, I just wanted to come back at them before they could set their defense up.
Makes sense.
A couple of times I was able to get to them, but once their defense got set, it was hard to get them. Yeah. Couldn't trick Ira and have him, if I go off a pick, and he going to just fade, go to somebody else. Nah, he's on. They on me. So that was a tough game.
Yeah, and then even just for you guys to make it to the Tournament of Champions, I know that's the thing.
Group 1 school back then.
Yeah.
From North.
Yeah,
it was tough, man.
Yeah,
looking back on it, I respect it more. But just living in the moment at that time, we was playing basketball.
That's right.
Doing what we love to do.
That's right.
Man.
And then I know you started talking about the whole recruitment and SATs, but you eventually go out to Kansas. I mean, culture shock, like that whole transition. You coming from Newark out to Kansas, like, how?
I remember Al Ray Blackman from Shabazz telling me he went out there.
Okay.
He was like, he told me, you ain't gonna be able to take that coach.
Okay.
And I ain't believe it. Went out there anyway. Whoo, that guy changed. He changed. Well, he made me see the game different, but he wanted me to be a conventional point guard. Like he told me, my point guard don't take more than 10 shots a game. I'm looking at him like, you recruited me. You seen all my tapes. What you mean your point guard don't take more than 10 shots a game? And we used to always run that North Carolina offense. Okay. And I hated it. Yeah. It was always somebody kicking it to the corner for a 3. That's back in 91, 92. I'm like, we can't get to the basket. But he was more that type of coach. He wanted to get it, push it up and push it to the corners and get an open 3 or the trailer, our center, Chad. He was a great 3-point shooter. So once the ball got swung back to him, and even as a trailer, he would take the threes.
Mm.
So that first freshman year, it was just a learning process.
How about off the court, man? Because like says you in a whole nother world, man.
Off the court, I had good friends out there. Well, the
Okay.
older guys, you go to junior college, you're 17. Well, I turned 18 that September, but I'm in there with guy from Florida. He's 23. He's in junior college. I'm with my roommate Debo. He's from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
He's 21. Got my center. But all these guys, if they were eligible, our junior college team would have been better.
Okay.
We had a 6'10" kid from Cali, but none of them kids could be eligible. Like I told you, J.R. Ryder was there the first semester, but he got sent home because something with him and the coach's son watch came up missing. J.R. Ryder was a gangster.
Yeah.
He was different. He was different. Just to be around them type of guys, that was a culture shock. But most of us blacks, we stuck together. We stuck together out there.
No, you had to, man. You had to. And it's interesting. You talked about you had to tailor your game. You had to switch it up, man. How that adjustment, man, like, did you struggle with that or?
My freshman year, I did because I wanted to shoot the ball. And every time I would take a shot, he'd take me out. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
And he just, run my offense. You know, college is different. I tell my son all the time, when I was in college, you waking up 5 o'clock in the morning to run 4 miles. What? And that's running 4 miles, then you go to practice before you even go to class.
Yeah.
I was in the best shape of my life, but I just wasn't happy basketball-wise. And then me knowing my grandfather was home fighting cancer, and then he eventually passed away in October. Before the season even started, I came home for the funeral, but I had to go right back to school. Yeah. So that was tough for me just being out there that year. Like I told you, once you start experiencing death to close family members, it changed your way of thinking. Because like I told you, I played the game for my family. So you start losing family members, it gets kind of hard. But I persevered and got through that first year. Then when I came back my sophomore year, it was more of my squad. Even though I had guys from Chicago coming in now. And I told you the guy Keith Johnson that played with Lance Jackson at New Mexico State. He was the off guard. He was a 6'3" with a Derrick Rose 40-something inch vertical. Yeah. We in practice. He's like, throw it up, folks. Just throw it wherever, folks. I go get it. I'm throwing it up to him. I'm thinking it's too high. He still go get it. I'm looking like, yo, how you jump like that? Yeah. But you see some guys on the junior college level that should have been pro.
No, definitely, man. How'd y'all do team-wise as far as that second year?
That year we lost to Darren Hancock in the junior college tournament out there, but it was a great school. It was a great, tournament. The competition in Kansas. Yeah. We played against Texas schools, Oklahoma schools, and then to go out did a Garden State and play against Darren Hancock and them. Tough game. Yeah. I had my career high out there. I always tell my brother, be like, Mommy got an article. She said you had 63. I said, yeah, I had 63 in one game. But we lost to them.
Coach, he let you go one game. He
let me go in my sophomore year. Okay. He had to because he taught me how to be a quarterback. But then he realized, like, all right, this kid can shoot. I'm going to let him take the shots. At home, the home games, he would try to control me. But then on the road, he knew he had to let me go. If it was a big game, he knew I was just going to be so into it, he had to let me go.
But that's a sign of a good coach, man. You cater to your players. I mean, you got a system in place, but you alter it a little bit to the talent you have.
Yes, he did. But I think in college, that first year as a freshman, sometimes even in junior college, their thing is to try to break you. Okay. I seen a lot of cats go home because they couldn't take it, but I took it. I'm letting them know, like, I'm from North. You can't break me. Yeah, that's right. You can't break me. Like, I came right back for sophomore year, and like I told you, I mean, when Nolan Richardson came to a game to recruit somebody else, and he's in the stands, and we playing against Coffeyville in Kansas, Coffeyville, and they were a good junior college team out there, and they pressing the whole game, and I'm breaking their press, doing what I wanted to do. He's up there asking our girls team, like, where's this kid? Who's he? What's his name? That's Ashley Moo. He's from Newark, New Jersey. And I remember the first time I went to the phone, he's like, Rick, I'm in the dorm. They're like, Rick, you got a phone call. I go to the phone. I'm like, hello. I go, this is Nolan Richardson from Arkansas University. I'm thinking, I'm like, man, this ain't no Nolan Richardson.
Yeah.
Next, he said, I just seen you play, so I want you to come. He explained to me that they were recruiting Kareem Reed. He kept it 100. He said, but I need somebody like you to come in as a junior and y'all together, or you shape and mold him because you're a better shooter. But I didn't graduate from there, so I had to go back. I would have had to go back to Kansas that summer and take 12 credit hours, and I wasn't with it. Okay. So I just eventually signed with Norfolk State. That was a better fit. Once you go on a visit to a black school, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You go to HBCU and you see that, you're like, oh, this, especially coming from Kansas, doing with that culture shock. Then I take a visit there because I visited West Virginia. I visited Rutgers. I wanted to come back closer to home. My father was like, nah.
Yeah.
Then by the time I got there, Bob Winslow had lost his job anyway. He had lost the job. Okay. So that was out of the way. And then West Virginia, when I went on my visit, they had Mike Boyd showing me all around. And he's like, yo, they recruiting you and D-Rock. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, they trying to play games. Do they know we know each other? He's like, I don't think they know. I'm like, nah, I ain't with that. I'm not signing here, bro. So I wound up signing with Norfolk State University, and that was that team right there.
Yeah.
Me, Darryl Tutler, Blitz Wooten from Accorston, Corey Williams. I don't know if you know Corey Williams.
I heard that name
from Elizabeth. Woo. I never seen nobody 6'9" play like that.
Yeah.
He was before his time. We had Charlie Newborn from Roselle. He was 6'10". So we had 5 Jersey kids.
I'm about to say it was all Jersey team down there.
Yeah, we were down there. We were down there representing. Then I should have stayed, man. But like I told you, right before Christmas break, my grandmother passed away, and my world was just shattered. Went home. Once I came home from the funeral, I should have went back, but yeah, I was done with it. I was done with basketball. I was done. I was like, nah, I don't want to do this no more. I'm like, I'm going to school, and every time I leave and go to school, my grandfather passed my freshman year, then my grandmother passed the second year. Nah. Yeah. And when I came home, hey, life, I had to deal with life.
And that you did though, and that you did. I mean, obviously, and just something that you love, and basketball was in your life, and just the journey, just wherever it's from.
I played in summer leagues, everything. I played in a couple. My best friend at the time, Pee Wee always would come get me. Come on, man, let's go ball. We're going down the hole. I'm like, P, I ain't got it in me no more. I was still going. And then I told you I played on that team with Ira Bowman, Mad Dog, who else? Big Nah, Eric Williams. That was our team in the hole. So that was probably the last fun I had with basketball. Yeah. And then I told you, Mr. Ron Carnegie, who's my uncle that I didn't know. That's how I found out me and Malik Cox is cousins. Okay. From Shabazz Ease. So he was trying to get me to come to King because he knew I had more years of eligibility. Even Mr. Brown, he tried to get me to come to Jersey City.
Down there, yeah.
Like, nah, I'm done with it. I just adapted to life and just see what I wanted to do next.
Nah, and it's interesting.
That was rough.
Nah, it's interesting you say that because only you know when you're done. I know everybody can try to pull you and try to persuade you and everything, but when you know yourself, you're done. You're done.
Just going away, because that's why I said you get caught up in that. Oh, I don't want to go D3 and stay close to home. I remember because if I look at the man, I could have stayed right there. Went to Essex County College with Cleo Hill. He was teaching me when I was at Tech. Remember, we didn't have a gym then,
right?
And all our games were there. So even at halftime, if my shot was a little short, Cleo Hill would tell me, take a step in. He wouldn't even talk to me. He'd walk by me. Goodman, take a step in. I do what he say. My jump shot start clicking. I'm looking at him, and he was a great big on my career at North Tech. People don't even know that.
Wow, nah,
that's from being right there at Essex County.
Right there, because that's where I played your home games, right?
Played our home games. We took gym there, so I would see him probably 2-3 times a day. I see him on my way to gym in the morning. And then if we had a game, I see him again. He would never talk to me for a long time. He'd just walk by me and say something. And I tell his son now, I say, yo, your father, he knew the game.
Yeah.
He knew the game. Rest in peace, Cleo Hill. Yeah, he was
Nah,
now Essex County Gym is named after him. So
they finally got that right. That took forever, but yeah.
Yeah, forever. That should have been done. 20, 30 years ago, it should have been done.
Yes, yeah. Hey, and you mentioned you transition on. I mean, again, obviously, your father and everything.
Yeah, well, I didn't become a father. My son wasn't born until 99. So, but just to deal with the trials and tribulations of growing up in the streets of Newark, New Jersey.
Yes.
I mean, I'm blessed. Like I told you, my cousin got took from me, and that broke my heart. So it's like I was just streets made my heart cold. I knew that wasn't for me. My father, I was blessed enough. My father got me the job at New Jersey Transit, and I'm like, oh, New Jersey Transit. Started off fueling the buses. Now I'm a bus mechanic. 22 years later. I'm blessed.
Nah, definitely, man. And I share this with you. My mom worked at Transit. She's actually about to retire.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been at Transit forever. She was in
the rail side.
I know she's in Maplewood for a minute. She was working over there, but actually she's somewhere next to PA now. I can't think of the town. To be honest with you.
I might know your mother. I've been in Maplewood for 18 years. When I started off, I was in Orange for the first 4 years.
Okay.
I might know your mom.
You might, man. But just
I might have helped her with her bus, fixed her mirror, fixed her seat on the bus.
Yeah.
Because I've been on night shift since I've been there. I'm always on the graveyard. Always been on the graveyard shift because I always was picking my son up from school. So I know a lot of bus drivers. Might not know them by name, especially the older women. I get them their respect. Mommy, what you need, mommy? My mirror, I can't see. Fix the mirror, tighten the mirror, do what I have to do. Get that bus out of there so we get that money. That's our job. My superintendent told me, your only job is to get that bus out there on the road and get that money.
Nah, absolutely, man. You mentioned that son of yours, man. How was it? I mean, again, not all as far as playing and obviously him learning about you and probably just hearing, your dad growing up. How was that for him?
With him, I wish I would have had him. I wish I'd have had him somewhere in Newark. I wish he would have wound up going to Newark Tech. Okay. But being that we were living in Orange, he wanted to go to Orange. And he was there. He played as a freshman, played JV. I told you he played under Marquise Braggs. Marquise Braggs was his coach.
Oh, okay.
So then when he went to varsity, he was there with Cooper, Coach Coop. And he just didn't feel the vibe. Like, you know how you there and you playing and you want to play your game, but it's everything there was, get the ball to the big man. Get the ball to the big man. My son got a Jamal Crawford game.
Yes.
He want to show his game. He grew up watching Air One tapes.
Yeah, he want to dance.
Playing me one-on-one. So he had the game. Just the coaches. I used to tell Braggs, and when I used to see him, like, yo, man, I let my son down. He's like, no, Ricky, nah, bro, you let my son down. All that. I understand you just got into coaching, but you got to let the kids play. And that's one thing I told you that I should have gave back more to the game. I should have gotten to coaching.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
Yeah, you're right. Never too late for that.
Nah.
Never too late.
And even with Newark Tech, man, I know how proud were you, man. I know when Joe wound up taking it over and
Joe took it over, yeah.
They went on their runs as far as Group 1 titles.
I went to a couple of games. I even been to the girls' games when they were good.
That's right. Yeah.
Always been a big supporter of Tech and keep my ears out and hear. Once I hear, all right, they good, me go. Then when Rob Cole was coaching down there, I knew he was coaching. He took over. Even now, when me and my friend Frank White, we talk, like, man, we got to get down to that building to get them right. But it's out of it. Like, if Gary not in the building, I can't go back down there.
Because Marquise is the coach down there now.
Marquise is the coach?
I believe so, yes. He's the
how much I know. But now that you tell me that, I'm going to check into that, and I'm going to try to get down there and help them out.
And who better, man, to go down there, they listen to you, and all they got to do is look up in the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And to see the banner, see the The point that you see your name up there, man. So who better to, to say something to them?
I
As
always
far
thought
as
that. What I tell you, I said 2.5 years. I said, I wish I had 4 years in the school.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall. I look back on it, be like, man. But that West Side year, I needed that. I needed that.
And we mentioned hoops and talking hoops and a little bit of life here, man. But with sports, whether it was playing football or basketball, man, what is it giving you that sticks with you to this day, like playing sports?
Sports, I think starting off with Pop Warner football at 12 years old, Coach Bennett giving me the quarterback position and telling me that to be a leader. That's the way I've always been my whole life. I've always been a leader. I know some people that get around me probably look at me like, oh man, you only 5'8", you all bossy, but always been a leader. I'm not a follower. I've never been a follower. That's what I instilled in my son, to never be a follower.
Yeah.
So I always been a leader. I always danced to the beat of my own drum.
Nah, absolutely.
Got friends, I didn't run in too many cliques, but I had love for everybody. But I always did my thing. Hip hop was my best friend. I just, as long as I had them headphones on, like I had some beats, I was good.
Okay.
I didn't need to be around any individual. As long as the game on, and I got the new hottest tape out. I know my son, he's 22. He know more about Wu-Tang, Biggie. We go back and forth all the time. He messed with me like, Tupac wasn't the best rapper, huh? I look at him like, I don't know who's the best rapper. He's not better than Rakim, but we're not gonna go there.
Yeah, I put him on. I don't know. Did you mess with that Wu series? I don't know.
Oh yes. He watched that.
Okay, I'm about to say you got to put him on.
I got the Hulu in my phone, and that's all. And I'm still paying for it. And I'm just waiting for the next season to come on.
Yeah, they got another one. They're gonna do one more. They said one more.
Do one more.
Yeah, they say they're gonna do one more joint.
One more. We need that. We need that Wu-Tang series, man.
Nah, most definitely. I know. It was crazy you mentioned the Wu here. This pre-pandemic. I mean, obviously being married myself up in the crib here, man. Wife has something to do with the daughter. I was like, you know what? I'm going to the concert. I want Dolo to go see the Wu. That's how much I love him. I went Dolo and had a great time.
I might have seen him perform at the Tunnel back in the day.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah. But I never seen him.
Yeah.
In the concert. Now that I'm older, I would love to do that with my son.
Yeah. Nah, definitely.
The last concert I wanted to go to that I missed was the Benny the Butcher concert in Montclair, and I was mad that I missed that because I'm a big Griselda fan now.
Oh no, that Tanner Talk 4, man. I was just knocking it before talking to you today. Yeah. Most definitely not. I know all about it.
It give you that 90s vibe. They bring that 90s vibe back to you.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I just knocking at this morning. Yeah, absolutely.
You being where you at, you got the NY hat on. My son be like, oh, why it's always New York? I said, man, New York, the birthplace of it, man. That's where it came from. Every play in the game, down south, West Coast, they had to take some game from New York.
Nah, that's what it is.
They won't give us the credit. I said, Jersey. I said, the Naughty by Nature days, where I'm telling you the other day, I said, to me, at the time, Tretch was better than Tupac. Nah, you crazy.
Yeah.
Tretch. I said, Tupac was a Tretch fan. I said, ask Eminem. I had to show him a couple of Eminem videos.
Oh, yeah. He loves
Eminem
Tretch.
Was talking about Tretch.
Yeah, he loves Tretch. Yeah, he loves Tretch. Yeah.
Yo, I was a big Tretch fan. Remember, that got me through my years in Kansas when I was out there in JUCO. Everybody was like, yo, you know Naughty by Nature? I'm lying saying I know him and Vin Rock. Yeah, my boy should be Storage. I ain't know him from a can of paint. But my friend Pee Wee knew all of them. So it was cool. I'm like, yo, I like Pee Wee. Send me that Naughty by Nature tape. Oh, he would send me the Naughty by Nature. I'd be knocking it in my dorm room.
Oh, most definitely, man. I was fronting too, man. I was like, I stayed down I'll go grab some stuff over at the little spot over on Halsey.
Yeah, remember the hats he used to wear with the twisted? I used to have all them, all the HBCU hoodies that Queen Latifah was wearing back in the day. When I used to come home, I used to call my Uncle Yo and tell him to send them out to me. So he would send me the Tupac Timbs. I'm walking around in Kansas with the 40 belows, Timbs.
With 40 belows out there?
Yeah, with the 40 belows out there in Kansas. They looking at me like, yo, it's 80 degrees, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, that's my style from North, man. Even the DC girls would say that, like, that were on the team. Why you wearing Timbs and it's hot outside? These are my slippers.
Yeah. And look at it now, man.
In the 90s, we were different.
Nah.
I think Timberland owed us some money.
Oh, of course.
They owe us some money. They owe Essex County. They owe us some money.
Of course. Can
So,
can I hit you with some random joints right now? Some random questions,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Cool, man. When you up in the whip, I mean, you prefer the Parkway or the Turnpike?
A Parkway guy.
Parkway guy. Okay.
Can't deal with that turnpike. Trucks be driving all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Parkway guy.
Block party or the club?
Block party. Never been a club. Never been too much of a club head.
Mm-hmm. Great Adventures or Action Park?
Great Adventures.
Yeah.
Ain't too much with that water. I don't like that water.
Let me test your Jersey card with that. What exit is that? Great GA.
Ooh, that's been a minute. That
Uh,
Jackson. I know it's Jackson, New Jersey, but I forgot the
y'all
exit.
remember them? Yeah, 7A.
My father used to be driving all the time.
7A, yeah, 7A.
7A. Yeah, my father used to always drive.
Mm. Now, as far as Dr. J's or Universal,
Universals.
remember they had to pile of everything. The jeans be piled stacked high. You getting
You
ladders.
don't remember getting the insulated boots before we was rocking Timbs? We was rocking the construction insulators for $30.
Nah.
Boy, Dr. J's them same boots would be 60, but Universal got them for 30. I'm going to Universals.
Oh yeah. So
Yes, sir.
Power or Snowfall?
Power.
All right.
I'm a ghost man.
All right. Speaking of the Power, what you do like the spinoffs?
Oh yeah, I love the spinoffs.
Okay.
I'm trying to get into the Tommy one about him going to Chicago doing his thing. I'm like, nah, that wouldn't happen. But TV, what can you say? I like the one with his son, with Terrique.
Okay, yeah.
Terrique, and then the Kanan one.
No, Kanan joint, yeah.
The Tommy one is growing on me, and I'm really not big on it like I'm big on them two series. Yeah.
Symphony Hall of the Pack.
Pack.
Okay.
Pack.
All right. Now, as far as when you're talking about coaches, when you talk about coaches here, Coach Gary, what does Coach Gary mean to you?
Everything, man. Everything. He took me as a 14-year-old kid from West Side that was lost with no direction, and he shaped my life, and we both was together. It was like, it was a father-son type of deal.
Yeah.
It was a father-son type deal.
Playground, best playground as far as the player growing up.
Ball and rec. Go upstairs. I can't hear. Go upstairs. Ball and rec.
Yeah.
Ball and rec. That was home.
That's what it is, man.
Home. A lot of good days out there. I learned a lot from Qua Kurt, from St. Benedict's.
I remember Qua. He had the mean crossover. If you talk,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Taught me a lot. That was big bro.
That crossover, yeah.
Big bro taking me to that court every day. Because I was just in the backyard back then.
Okay.
Either in the backyard or I was in the boys club on Littleton Avenue. I had the Velsbury Park days, like I told you, when my great grandmother lived by Velsbury Park. So I grew up playing in Velsbury Park with Dave Glover, Ibn, Lance, Snow. There were legends in the Velsbury section, and they were my big bros, and they taught me the game.
Yeah.
Taught me the game.
Best game you ever played in your life on any level?
I gotta keep it with that Group 1 state championship.
Yeah.
Against South River.
Yeah.
That gotta be the best game. I was under control. You know what I mean? I did what I do. It wasn't like I was in the city where I could just go all crazy. I really feel like, even when I watched it a couple of times, I was like, yeah, I played like a Division I point guard that game. Because I controlled the team, controlled the pace of the game. Because if not, South River would have came back and beat us, because Deion Jackson was tough.
Yeah,
and he had the 6'4" point guard, Donnie Smucko, which I played with him in the North and South game. Yeah, he was tough. That was a tough squad. For us to beat them, took a lot.
Let me ask. I know you talked about that 63 in junior college here. Was that your career high just ever?
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I couldn't miss from three. I couldn't
Mhm.
miss from three up there in Garden City.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought I was just gonna be hot because I think I had 31 in the first half. Then as the game got close, I had 30 to 32 in the second half, but it was a great game.
Mm. Mm.
It was a great game.
Best
And
team.
I got to thank my big men because my big men, they were setting a lot of good screens for me.
Nah, I think folks know when somebody got it going. I mean, unless you just straight up just like jealous, you're gonna see to it like they see what they can end up with, especially if they got it going, like something like that.
Yeah,
You just feed them and let them go. You set the picks and do whatever you can and go from there.
yeah, it was shocking because my coach, being the way he had me my freshman year to my sophomore year, but even assistant coach that wound up coaching Oklahoma State. I had two good assistant coaches out there. One of them became the head coach at Oklahoma State at a time, and then one coach went to Baylor. He was assistant at Baylor. Nick Crane, I forgot his name. And me and him, he was a guard at Baylor. So we used to play one-on-one against at practice all the time. He used to think he was tougher than me. He used to be like, yo, you tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to give me my credit. Every time he used to see me, Goodman, you tough. And I was the one hooking him up on the naughty by nature and giving him all the East Coast music because he was mainly from Texas. He was more of a ghetto boys guy. You know what I mean? We was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. If I had to do it all over again, even though I told you I feel like I should have went to prep school, I would still do it because the experience was great.
Right.
It took a boy and turned a boy into a man.
Nah, you can't take that away, that experience. I mean,
can't take that experience. It's just a home. Like I tell people that homesick, when you're young, we always talk about we homesick. Even with my son, I didn't want him going far out of school, so he wound up going to Jersey City. He was there with Mark Brown's freshman year, playing back and forth.
Okay.
And eventually said that Daddy, college is not for me. You got to accept that. I don't force nothing on my kids.
That's right.
Daughter, I keep hearing her say she want to go to school in Houston. You're not. The one I said is about to be 16. You're not leaving me. I mean, you're not doing that.
Nah, that's funny, man. But best team you ever been on, like any level, best team you ever been on.
AAU, high school, what?
At any point in your life, the best team at any level here.
Best team I ever been on was my last year playing at Norfolk State was me, Darryl Tutler, Corey Williams, Blitz Wooten, Charlie Newborn. Because if I'd have stayed, we'd have won a lot of CIAA tournaments. If I'd have stayed, we'd have won. Because when I left, I know he had a big article about me. And after I left, they didn't really have a point guard.
Yeah.
And I know Tut was mad at me every time he see me. Like, why you leave me, man? Why you leave me? But that, and then my AAU squads playing with D-Rock and Lance, them guys, I can't forget that team. And that North Tech team that last year.
Yeah.
Them the top three teams I think I played on.
Yeah.
But the AAU experiences was great. I remember being down in Philly, in Temple, we see Mark Macon walking with the house shoes on. Oh, that's Mark Macon. That's back when he was an All-American.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that's when the game really, because what they was calling us down there, they was calling us the Three Mosquitoes. Me, Lance, and D-Rock.
Yeah.
They was calling us the Three Mosquitoes down there. Like, yo, you see them cats from Jersey? New York, the New York teams didn't want to play against us. Everything, B had us pressing the whole game.
Yes.
They coming on offense, you pick your poison. D-Rock, Lance, or me. So we just took turns. So you pick your poison. We had Alcides Catano from Elizabeth. Blitz School, and we had football players down on the box. I wish we would have kept Soda, Roderick Rhodes on us, but Sandy took him from it. All the players that I wish I had on that team, from Roderick Rhodes, Ira Bowman, all them guys, they went to the Road Runners.
Playing with the Road Runners, yeah.
That was it was back then. You the Road Runners or with
the Rams. Yeah.
Rams.
Yeah.
Nah. And then I can't forget this team with me, Wally Dixon, and Lawrence Thomas. I had some great games with them guys.
Oh, I know that firsthand. So yeah.
What? Playing with them too? Playing with them too, yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
I wish I had some tapes of them. Got to tell my son that all the time.
Yeah.
Lawrence Thomas wound up going to UNLV. Wally Dixon, Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, great. Like what I tell you, I said Wally was 2 or 3 inches taller. We'll be talking about him now in the NBA.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What? Tough.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Get respect to my guy Wally Dixon from Linden, man.
Nah, absolutely.
Jersey guys, man. I always try to give people their flowers when I talk about them. I don't talk down. Like what I tell you, I don't talk down on nobody because we were brothers.
Yes.
We were all brothers from the AAU circuit, elementary. You know what I mean? We all, but now we grown men now. We still, you know what I mean, blessed to be alive right now, 48 years old. And we talking about something that I did 30 years ago. That's why when you called me, I told you, touch me, bro, because like 30 years ago, like
I know. Nah, and that's why I do this, man. And we're not done though. Me get you before me get you, man. As far as your from your era, high school wise, as far as your all-time starting five. So say if you had a starting five that you had to bring to the let's just say you're gonna play somebody at the North Y. Who you bringing with you?
My era.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'll let you. It could be your era. Or you could just say whoever. Let me not box you in with that. So whoever.
Ira Bowman.
Yeah, Ira. Okay.
D-Rock.
D-Rock.
I got my point forward. I got my guard to rock with. I'm gonna need another guard for my era. Dwayne Kennedy from West Side. Told you my man Buddha.
Yeah.
Gotta get him love. Who else? Now we need some forwards. We need some big men. Eric Williams.
Yeah, Eric. Okay.
Is that 4?
That's 4.
Need somebody to bang on somebody. Ab Madison.
Yeah,
East Orange.
That's 5, and you make 6. So
yeah, so I'll be the 6th man on that squad. 6th man, whatever. It don't matter.
It don't matter. All right.
In this old age, I'll be the 6th man. Back then, it probably be hard to put me down.
It'd be a little different.
But I don't even want to put myself on it. I'm just saying the 5. If we going somewhere, we're gonna need 8, 9, 10 players.
Yeah. Nah, you're right.
Give me the Al Watsons. Give me for the street ball. Give me the Al Watsons. Who else I want in that squad? Whew, it's a lot of guys. Give me the Purnells. Purnells from Hillside. My cousin Zeke. Give me him. Who else we going with? Going down to Linden, bringing Wally with us. He gonna know what it's like to go over to Rucker and get busy. Even though he started playing with them guys. Let's play with the Jersey team.
Yeah, nah, that's what it is, man. Yeah, you
What's up?
Nah, I was gonna say, man, that squad is loaded. I mean, we could go on for days. You go on for days.
Give me Carlos from down North East Side. He was tough. In guards I trust. That's how I'm going with. I'm going with a bunch of guards and 2 big men.
Speaking of guards and you being one here, what you feel as far as this in the city of Newark? You one of the best guards ever to come out of Newark?
So many people that came before me that I respect, like Tyrese Carter from Central, Eddie Williams from Barringer, Red Lynn, Poobie Chapman. Being a student of the game, I knew who came before me. For me to say that I'm one of the best, that's for somebody else to say, not for me to say. Not for me to say. They're gonna give me my flowers.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? They're gonna goat me, whatever, anyway at North Tech. That's North Tech. But for the whole city, you're saying a lot. I listened to my mother and my father tell me about a lot of players that came out of. My mother and father went to Central High School, so they told me about a lot of players that should have made it. Nate Granger. I don't know if you ever heard of him. They used to play on the team in Elmwood. It's so many that came out of Newark. What, Lou Grimsley?
Yeah.
Coach, like these kids now, they see the cats coaching, but they don't know these cats were great in their time.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I never seen Lou Grimsley play, but I heard about him.
Right. Same here. Yes. Same
he
here.
was tough coming up as a kid. I knew who, when I would see him, oh, Grimsley was tough.
Mm.
But somebody always asks me this question. And as far as your eyes, they say, who the best guard you see coming up? And when I tell them, they look at me like I'm crazy. As far as high school in Newark back then, I say Reggie Collins, because I feel like he don't get his just due.
From Shabazz, yeah.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
To come in as a freshman on West Side, to see him and Al Ray Blackman in the backcourt, that's why I wanted to go to Shabazz.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Collins was that dude.
Yeah.
Was that dude.
Mm.
We ain't talking about point guards, we just talking about somebody that, him, Oku, these cats that could come in any summer league and give you 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I stopped playing. I was still a fan of the game. I still came to the summer leagues. Might have blended in with the crowd, and I still kept my eyes on the game, even though I wasn't playing. When the days with Oku, Al Watson, Lance was playing in the summer leagues, I had to be at them games.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, it definitely a show, man.
Just to see it, because that was my era.
Yeah.
That was my era. So it's crazy. It's so many that I could give props to, man. I just hope I don't forget nobody.
They know that they know it's all good though. They know
it's all love from Ashley Moore, man. I ain't, I would give them their flowers. Just to see them play, man, it was great in our era. Even the younger era behind me, the guys like it's Essex County always have great guards, big men. Not too many big men that came out that did much. We got a kid. What's the kid that's going down to Duke that I'm hearing about now? Terrique, Whitehead, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. I never seen him play. I want to see him play.
Yeah,
and I'm a Duke fan.
Okay. So, so what you think? So who winning tonight?
We beat North Carolina. We beat North Carolina.
Yeah.
And then when we play Kansas in the chip, we going out with the bang.
Okay.
God willing. Yeah. I don't know. Just as a fan, that could be that Duke in me. I might have to go find an old Grant Hill jersey.
Oh man, you crazy, man. I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you.
But you ain't no Duke fan?
Nah, I want Carolina to win.
You a Carolina man?
No, I'm not a Carolina fan. I want them to win though.
Oh, you want Carolina to win? Okay, I got you.
We'll see though.
We'll see. 8:30 what? 8:39 tonight?
Yeah, sometime this evening. Yes, sometime this evening. Now, as far as who's somebody who should have made it? However you want to define made it. If there's one person that sticks out, somebody who should have made it.
Guards who should have made it?
Yeah, someone. No, just
somebody.
Somebody.
I always look at that and say, me and D-Rock, Lance, and all of us, we was before our time.
Okay.
When you look at the young guards now,
the way they play now, yeah.
The way they would come in the league and play their game, like, whoa, like Kyrie, I'm a Kyrie Irving fan, big Kyrie Irving fan. But the guards that should have made it.
Or just a player in general, just anybody in general. It don't necessarily have to be a guard. Somebody in general who should have made it.
And should have made it. D-Rock should have made it. Eric Williams and Ira made it. They accomplished their dreams. They made it. One more person that should have made it. Mike Boyd.
Mike
Orange.
Yeah.
Mike Boyd from Orange. He should have made it. He was the elevator boy. He should have made it. I was a fan.
We all were.
The Melwood Park days, I was there. My friend Paul Bradley, come on, Rick, let's go. Mike Boyd playing today. I'll be right there.
We all are, man. Nah, definitely, man. Let me ask you, what's best part about being Terrique Goodman?
Just best part of just being a father, being blessed to be a father. You know what I mean? To raise my 3 kids. You know what I mean? And my loving wife taking care of all of us.
Yes.
And the journey's still not over. We're still trying to get that American dream and get that house. What I tell you the other day, I need that backyard. Yes. I need that porch. So I can, relax, chill by myself. But growing up, you don't know nothing about credit. And once you start getting to the house and you do the ins and outs of it, you realize, oh, I gotta pay this, So it's gonna take a minute.
Nah, but like you said, it's a journey, man.
It's a journey. It's a journey. If it take me a year, I told my son, I don't care if it take me 6 months, take me a year, I'm getting a house.
Nah, absolutely, man.
I ain't promised another 24. I always tell myself I'm not promised another 24, so I gotta leave y'all something.
Nah, that's real. Nah, that's real. That's real, man. And speaking of your life, and we got a whole lot, God willing, to live. Three of your best moments so far in your life, man. What's 3 of your best moments so far?
My son, 8/24/99. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
You growing up, everybody have daughters and this, that, and the third. I just always wanted a son.
Yeah.
I told my wife, you changed my life. That's when my life turned around, where I felt like my life wasn't from college, from being a college dropout and having these jobs in this warehouse and that warehouse. And when my son was born, I was like, nah, I got to get it together. I need more. I need more. And that's when my father helped me get New Jersey Transit. Help take care of help me raise my son.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Birth for my daughter Tiana.
Yeah.
Birth for my baby daughter Naya. Ain't nothing like that. Hey, I live again through them. I tell them that. I tell my son that, he look at me like, what are you saying? I said, you don't understand 90s hip hop, so I ain't gonna break it down to you.
Nah, I hear you, man. I appreciate that, man. And in regards, a book on your life, man, what would you call it? If there was a book on your life, what would you call it?
Life? Book on my life. What would I call it? Bricks. Bricks.
Say no more. Say no.
Life it was hard. Bricks.
Say no more. Nah, that's real, man. Say no more.
Bricks.
I mean, this Terrique, what advice would you give that 17, 18-year-old Terrique in high school? What advice would this Terrique give him?
Stay focused. Stay in the classroom. Do the right thing. Train more. Don't just depend on your natural talent. Because when you play football and you come, like I told you, come over to basketball, it's easy. You're stronger than somebody that just plays basketball all the time. When you go from football, running on that grass, to going on that wood floor, it was different. But the training, just taking everything serious. Like I told you, classroom, everything that kept us back because we didn't do the right thing in the classroom.
Yeah.
Wanderback Junior College in Kansas. Come on, man.
No, I completely understand. I completely understand all of that, man. And let me ask just a couple more, man. What would your parents and your grandparents say about you now?
Man, my father I know my pops would be proud of me because I'm staying on the straight path, taking care of my family. I know my grandmother and grandfather would be proud of me because I'm doing everything that they taught me. My mother, she's proud of me because she see me go to work hard every day, work crazy hours. I might go in at 6, get off at 2:30. Then I go in at midnight, get off 8:30. Or I go in at 6, get off 8:30 in the morning. It's the grind, man. We got to do what we got to do, the everyday grind. Don't stop, especially with me in my heart.
Yeah.
In my heart, it's like I don't want to be sexing myself off to family or anything, but I just be locked from Sunday to Thursday. I'll be locked in. Friday and Saturday, I'll be at ease. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Once midnight and Monday morning hit, I'm on the way to work and I gotta punch in. I'm back to focus again.
Yes.
But sometimes it can't just be all work and no play. Like even now, I think about like I don't travel. I've never been a big travel because back in the day, trips with my father driving to North Carolina, driving them long rides. I hated it.
You didn't have to have the middle seat, did you?
Yeah, I was in the back between next to Aunt Lena Mae and Uncle Ben or something like that.
Yeah, that middle. Yeah, that middle. Yeah.
Sitting in the Buick, floating down 95. I just wasn't never into it. Then when we get down south, I'm like, we drove all the way down here to come down here to this. You know, I was just a city boy.
Yes.
All I knew was Newark, New York, getting on the path to go to New York, whatever train. That's all I ever knew. And I tell my son that, like, how can you be right here in Orange and the train right there? And you don't be on the train every day. Uh-huh. I said, bro, I said, you don't know, boy. I used to start off in the village on West 4th as a kid and just go searching for games all throughout New York.
Yeah.
And watching New York guys, learning from them as well. Because you have to. You can't just stay sectioned off in your section. Like I tell them, I said, the world bigger than Orange. I know, Daddy, but kids, they don't. I guess we us spoiling them. They don't go out as much. And times have changed.
Nah, they have, man. They have
changed. Me being a little boy on a train with a basketball, going to New York, whatever, and come. I used to go and come home. I can't picture my son doing that now. Times have changed.
Yeah. Let me ask. So last one here, man. What's on deck for you?
Oh man, nothing on deck for me right now. I just told you that's the process of trying to get a house. That's the main thing for me. That's all I'm focused on right now. Trying to move, whether it's Hillside, Rawway, Roselle, something just to try to get the house for the family. That's on deck for me, and just staying in tune, man. Being a fan of the game, watching the games. I'm a cool guy like that, man. I don't have to go out and party, this, that, the third. As long as I'm in the house with my son, he's sitting right there, and I'm in the chair, or I'm in my basketball chair, like I'm sitting in now. I'm watching the game. Well, the odds ain't too good like they used to be. I gotta get a bigger TV. I gotta ask him, what's the score? That's when you know you're getting up there.
Yeah. Nah, you get to that age, man. We fight off trying to get them frames. I'm fighting that off too.
I know I got my glasses. They in the car, but my wife be on me. Why you don't wear your glasses? I don't wear my glasses. She bought me some Hugo Boss glasses a couple of weeks ago. I probably wore them like 3 times so far. So
yeah. Nah, Reek, man. I'm gonna give you this analogy. It's interesting you talked about. I mean, obviously you're copping that crib, which is soon to come here, but you done given me and hundreds of other people a house full of memories, man. Like you're a superstar, man. You was, though only a year older than me or what have you, was a superstar to me, man. You still are. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you're a superstar to me, man.
Saying that, man.
I mean, I just want to just let you know, not only just hearing a little bit of this journey, things I didn't know, some things I did, but just sit here to chop it up, and obviously behind the scenes before all of this, man. Like I said, you a superstar to me, man, and I thank you. Just thank you just even giving me this opportunity.
Anytime, Ed, man. I'm humble for you to hear you say that, man. But I never looked at it like we was brothers, man. We was all chasing our dream.
Yes.
Our dream, man, trying to get to that level. You know what I mean? I always say to myself, what we all was 6'3", 6'4".
Yes. Yeah.
5'8", 5'9". Hey, it's hard.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to know, maybe somebody else watched this, how come you didn't play football in high school?
I got the West Side. I was there. They had a quarterback already. He was 6'5".
Okay.
Coach Whips, he wanted to turn me into a cornerback or safety or something like that. And I'm like, man, look, I play offense. I wanted to play quarterback. I was stuck in that element. He wouldn't give me that shot. So before school, because football practice is mainly before school starts. So I went to like 2 or 3 practices. I realized it wasn't for me. I met a good friend, Mark Caesar, who played football. He eventually went to the University of Miami. And that was my ace boom. That was my ace boom at Westside my freshman year. He was the All-American with Jimmy Johnson coming to Westside to visit him. And I used to be right there in the office with him. Rick, come to the office. Miami here, Oklahoma here. Just to see that, that's what made me get the dream. Like, oh, I want to go to college too.
Okay. Now I was curious. Yeah.
I never forget Mark Caesar. Yeah, that was my man from Westside.
Yeah.
He was down when he was playing. That's when Miami was. Woo.
Miami was Miami. Yeah.
It was the U.
Yes.
The U. Yeah, so football was my first love, but once you get that love for basketball, man, it changes everything, man.
Nah. Nah, definitely.
Nothing like dribbling half court, calling 1-4.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Like
Yes.
I told my friend, I said, yeah, a lot of guys can talk. I said, but when I got to half court and I called that 1-4,
It was
you was
lights
at
out.
my mercy.
Yeah, it was lights out.
Especially if you was in a man-to-man. I said, but if you said, like I told you, Scott, they beat us. They never was in it. I tell Keith that today. Y'all ain't played no man-to-man though. But the summer leagues, like I was telling Cleon was like, yo, in the summer league, Harry James, God bless, rest in peace, Harry James. Harry James had that rule where you could play zone in the first half, but you had to play man-to-man in the second half. I said, yeah. I said them second halves in Orange High School, in the high school summer leagues was real. Real. You couldn't hide in the zone the whole game.
Nah. You see where your heart is at then. Absolutely.
Where your heart is then. I still respect all the guys that did what they did. The coach go and play. Like I see Mr. Tons in shot right now. I asked him, why you never played as man-to-man? He said, Terrique, I seen what you did to us in the summer league. I'm not playing you. I wasn't playing you man-to-man. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, oh, man, I just wanted that shot, man.
Yeah. Nah, that just goes to show, man, who you are, man. Like I said, obviously, whatever defenses and all that, but just in life general, man.
Just was a student of the game, man. Everybody who was around me when I used to live on Brookdale at my grandmother's house. Every time they came in the basement, it was either Kenny Anderson tapes, like the night when Kenny hit Bob.
Yeah.
Oh man, like that night, I practiced that move for 2-3 months, and added that to my game. That's all. Like I tell my son, when it comes to basketball, I said, I could teach you, I could send you to this training. I said, you have to be able to watch the game like I did and be able to mimic certain players.
Right.
And add it to your game.
That's right.
That's all I was. I said, everybody say, oh, I was a guard. I was a point guard. You know who my favorite player of all time is? If people don't know that? Bernard King from New York Knicks. My father was a Knicks fan. My uncles was Knicks fans. So I sat there a lot of days as a kid. So at my father's house, it's New York Knicks. Go home on Sunday night with moms. She a Laker man. She a Magic man. So New York and the Lakers and the Knicks are my teams. So
okay. To
this day.
Yeah.
It's always been a fan of the game like that, man. And even now as I get older, I'm not, my Giants so sorry. I just can't get into the game like that anymore, man.
Yeah.
It hurts too much.
Yeah, they gotta do something over there.
It ain't like the LT days.
Yeah, that
Phil
whole linebacking
Mark
crew.
Bavaro, it ain't like that.
Was it LT?
In baseball,
Carson?
I was a big Mets fan with Mookie Wilson, Keith Hernandez, Dallas Strawberry, Dwight Gooden in them days. Like that's what got us through, man. It helped us. The sports got us through in life, man. Whether it was baseball, football, or basketball. I just couldn't play baseball because I felt like I was already dark skinned, and me sitting out in outfield yelling no batter. I was gonna get a 3 shades darker. Hey, that's me, man. Yeah. I got stories for days, man. So it's just good to still be here, man. A lot of us, you know what I mean? Like my friend I work with, he just had a stroke. You know what I mean? It's like now his brain, it's like we got to take care of ourselves too as well as we get older.
Yes.
I got the little LA Fitness membership. You know what I mean? I go up to West Orange and I see the young guys in there playing. Sometimes I'm trying to work out a little bit and I go stare. They're like, oh, here, you want to play? I just start laughing.
I know. We old heads now. Yeah.
I like, you don't want me to put these sneakers on and shorts on, bro. I'm gonna show you something. But then if I do that, I mess around and get hurt. Won't be able to go to work for 3 months. So we gotta chill.
Yeah, all in moderation. Yeah, moderation.
Moderation. I go way out to Clifton somewhere where nobody's in the gym and I can just shoot by myself. See if I still got the form and everything.
Yeah.
Hit a couple of shots, run up and down, just for the cardio because I hate getting on that treadmill. That ain't my thing. I'm more of a bike. I get on a bike.
Okay.
My son, he's the swimmer. He think he's Phelps or somebody. Me, I get on that bike and ride that bike for 20, 25 minutes. That's more. And watch, especially when I get off work in the morning, I might go to LA Fitness, get on the bike, and watch Skip and Shannon argue back and forth. They're my guys. I'll be bugging all that.
Yeah, nah. They do, man.
Just to be here right now, it's a blessing, man. And I thank you for inviting me to do this, man, because I know a lot of people, you know what I mean, say they know me and know my story, but a lot of people don't. Kid from North, who started the dream at 13th Avenue Elementary School in Newark, man. And went the way I went, West Side, Newark Tech, Kansas, back to Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah.
And I loved every moment of it, man. And back home, yeah, people might have thought that I failed, but I tried. Didn't come out the way I wanted to. But now I'm blessed to have a wife and 3 kids.
Yes, yes.
And that's it, man. I'm just going, thank God for them. Thank God for them.
And I'm thankful for you, Rick. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Just
thank
you for this time and everything, man. And
like I told you, I was having a hard time. I didn't want to do it.
I know.
They talking to my wife and the son. They're like, "No, do it." I'm like,
I know.
All right.
I'm appreciative of this, and I'm glad that you did, man.
I stay tuned into the podcast, man. I'll be at work at night watching all your videos.
That's good stuff, man. I appreciate that, man. But
I told you, I'm tuned in. Don't like, you know what I mean? I'm sharing it to this person. Yo, I said, yo, subscribe to my man podcast, man. It's good, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Because like I said, I had a wish list, and I still got one, and I got you, man.
Cleon, he asked me, he told me he was looking for me. I'm like, huh? I'm like, yeah, looking for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Grateful, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk there's a couple others I think you could probably get me to as well too. Little Barkley too, man. I'll try to get him. Tim.
Trying to get him? Tim?
Yeah.
I could connect you to him.
Okay, but we'll talk offline with that, man. But
I got you.
Definitely, Rick. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you,
man. Now I could go put some ice on these knees from work, man. Walking around that concrete, these knees be. I know you go through the same thing.
Yeah.
Tell my son, I said, the days of playing on that concrete come back and haunt you. Yeah. So, man, blessings, man. Blessings to you and your family, man. Number love always, man. You know, on this side, man. Whenever you in town, you get down here, man. Hit me. We connect, whatever, bro.
We'll do, Rick. You be well and the family as well.
Same to you, bro. Peace.
No doubt. Peace. Yeah, man, Rick, man, like say superstar to me. So just to have him on and just hear his journey and what he up to, like I said, man, definitely much love to Terrique, man, and everything that he's doing, what he's done, everything else, man. Like I'm just flattered to have the opportunity to, share a few moments with him. So that being said, I'm gonna just step away on this one. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.